Okay. All right, so here we are 5 seconds later. We logged off and I realized my meeting's not for another hour. And Jefferson was like, oh, one of my pipelines just completed successfully. So let me share here real quick. All right, let's see your pipeline, man.
So let's do this. So on your master branch, what I'll do, did you hear master to
This last one right here.
Yeah,
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Let me get my audio thing. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully you can hear me better. No? Yes, no?
Ah, this looks much better.
Yeah, so I'm gonna change yours so we can just keep it going. But basically, I just took your default workspace variable. Instead of adding it in the script, I just added it in the variables column. So that actually would set it there.
Ah, so it happens earlier.
Yeah, so I just committed that change. So your master should be aligned here.
Okay, so linting markdown. Oh, so linted our markdown file, which,
you know, or readme.
Yep.
Thank you for doing that.
I know a way to make it fail that.
Fresh pipeline's running now.
I'm gonna commit another pipeline. Oops, no, that's not gonna work. Where is it?
What's that?
I think this editor's sitting on an old copy after you updated. So let me go back.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's almost, well, it's not almost finished. It's pulling the Docker image, but that's okay. So yeah, you can go ahead and apply the change here, but just go ahead and rip out that. It hasn't been applied just yet. Oh.
I'd like to see an error in the linting.
You got the runner. Something's going on with the runners, I guess. Are you using yeah, it's using shared runners.
I think, yes. I used to have a Kubernetes cluster hooked up to this one, but I think it's.
Yeah.
Okay. So your fix is to move it up. Okay, right to here. Perfect. And then we want to create a linting error. So I think if you don't start a document with a heading or down, doesn't like that.
Good.
And then this is the one that you. I wonder if we have an artifacts file.
To
collect.
Yeah, mine keeps failing, but not because of my syntax, but because of the runner. Oh, it's actually, I wonder if it's your bin bash entry point. Yeah, I think you're
creating an issue now.
Yeah, well, I think your entry point, it's not happy with your entry point that was created. Yeah. Oh, weird. Yeah. See, mine failed. do that entry point.
Okay.
So we can
go back to the blank.
Yeah, go back to whatever one that you want, and then we'll just add, right? So yeah, kill the entry point. I don't know if we.
Oh, actually, we could probably use the actual one, but let's try this.
Yeah, that should work. The runner did not like bin bash. So now we should.
Well, that's running. I'm going to make this into a single job. So just to explain here, these are globals, but both image and variables are possible to be a local. I wonder, do you think it'll matter if the variable? No, it shouldn't matter if the variable becomes a job one, right?
Nope.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, it shouldn't matter. I think you're good.
Okay.
If you want to set it for a job.
Yeah, so what I want to do is, because then I want to make it as a template next, right? So if everything is, I have tabbing available, don't I?
Tab in YAML? How dare you?
GitLab CI.
The linter's going to slap you for tabs.
Okay, that's not right.
And it found an error in your markdown, sir.
Oh, really?
Exiting with errors found. First line in file should be top level heading, context testing. Ooh.
Hey, you know what else I'm going to add here? Is I'm going to add an ls so that we can see if it creates any artifacts.
Yeah, that's a good question too. I'd assume it would, right? Some sort of artifact.
Yeah,
that'd be helpful.
Yep.
Because I know you can apply those to test, right? You can add those in the code quality checks or test checks.
Well, if they're JUnit, we could load them in as regular test results. GitLab will parse. Okay. Errors found. Okay. So what I'm going to run one more test with this configured this way, just in case I made any mistakes.
Sure.
Because I mean, I haven't made any mistakes yet since we started.
No, I haven't seen any.
All right.
Got it. Got this.
You want to watch that one while so what I'm going to do.
Yeah, sure.
Is I'm going to turn this, I'm going to put a dot in front of this, like what we had seen before, and rename this file.
They need paired screen sharing is what they need.
I think we can in Zoom do multi-screen sharing now. Yeah.
I'm gonna look into that because that would be cool if I could share my screen whilst you share your screen, whilst we share the screens with the world.
Turn it on. What's that?
I said that'd be awesome to share. It's so many screens, just
screen world. I like your magic trick hand there. All right, let's do. Okay, so I use this crazy long format when I'm doing a plugin. You can. I'm Mr. Super Duper explicit.
There's got to be a limit though, right? There's got to be a character limit.
Nah, there's no limits. The internet's got gigabytes and gigabytes. If they're limited, that's their fault, not mine.
I'd be curious to know if there was a limit because once you add that as a, we're
gonna hit it now.
Right? I'm curious. It's gonna be fun.
YAML. So I'm gonna create a new YAML. And I'm going to actually steal from the other one. I don't like coding from scratch. That's why I create stuff like guided explorations, right? So I'm going to go get the include. Existing working one.
I could be missing it, but I'm not seeing any artifact generation.
What about look on the last pipeline I ran because I did an LS, or is that what you're looking at?
That's what I'm trying to find.
Okay.
I do not see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plugins. So this is what we looked at before.
Yeah. Look up and see if I can find anything about that.
Okay, so this guy.
One winter to rule them all.
Okay, so I'm going to grab this include format and interesting. I'm not going to need anything. I don't know if that's going to work. Maybe it won't. So I need my path here.
Everything all files. I'll get them selected with.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, include, you're pulling in from that template you created with the super long name. Config file build.
Oh, I can tell I'm never going to live that down.
No, it's okay. I think it's okay. I mean, descriptive is good, right? Okay, see the file, config file build.
Okay, and then
Stage. Config file build. So
now,
when you do, go ahead, Ben.
question for you: what? I'm not going to need any code because I don't even have parameters to give it, right? So just extend should be good enough, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's just going to use that template.
Okay. So I guess that was the same as this right here.
Export CI config path.
Is this what I call the job?
So that's the project. That's the file.
Stage, we would do, actually, so for the build-in stages, linting would be pre instead of, or build, yeah, pre, right?
It'd be pre. Yeah, I would do pre. That way it's ran each time. Yep.
Okay, and one of the cool things about the IDE is being able to rename files and do commits to multiple file changes all in one session here.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay, commit to master, as is, of course, the sloppy and lazy way to do it.
When we don't have to worry about others, that's always the right way.
When no one's going to scream at you.
Yes. So by adding the .pre there, by the way, it guarantees it's always to be ran the first stage in the pipeline. So we also have a .post. GitLab has a .post as well for everything at last stage.
What does it guarantee?
So it's guaranteed to always be the first stage in a pipeline.
Oh, okay. And I didn't actually name it as I thought I did, so I'm gonna. I also use that super long name right here, but it's the same everywhere.
Yep.
Okay, so
consistency. It's gonna fail. Character limit met 64.
Stop using up so much of the internet and the universe, you selfish person.
Oh no, you have a linter issue.
No.
Linting in unknown keys and extends. So it can't read your extend. So let's look at that.
So I got that there, and
so
I got the same one there, right?
Colon dot. That's
guess you plug in GitHub super linter. Same.
That looks right. Why does it hate you?
I got too much lint on my clothes.
Unknown
keywords. Oh, okay. So the extends keyword itself is.
That looks right, though.
We can do it at the global level, right?
Yes, for sure. That looks right. And you can also do an array if you wanted to, so that you could drop down that .ci underneath extends with an array. So just, enter space twice, line, and then that, but it doesn't matter. I like having on one line.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like if you ever do the Ansible exams, I don't know if you've ever taken those before.
Yeah.
So they have you, like, this is funny. They have you want you to break it down into the arrays like that, but it's so time consuming on the exam that if you can get it off in one line, put it in one line. but not every action or flag or operator, whatever you want to call it, can do that. That's the only bad thing.
So are you Ansible certified, or are you just doing prep or something?
So, man, I've been Red Hat certified for a long time, and then as I go through it, I used to do Ansible all the time in my previous company as well, and so we always did one lines for scripts, always. And then they started changing it in like the different versions where some functions required that you break it down into an array. And so knowing which ones can be one lines, which ones can't, is crucial if you want to succeed. There's a tip. Okay, so is this still dying?
I don't know. I just resubmitted. I did a lint check, and it was happier when I added some.
So 3 minutes ago, I'm not seeing a new pipeline yet.
It would change, so it must be just.
Okay, so linting unknown keys and extends so that you can also use your test GitLab CI. I'm gonna lint my linter.
Who's monitoring the monitor and who's linting the. What's going on, boys? Let's run.
All right, let me take a look at your thing.
Yeah, well, I should have a second YAML error if it's still in error. Just make it ran. Oh, when I committed it, maybe I just added no stages or jobs. I'm gonna take out pre, maybe. It's pre not a default.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you can't do
by itself.
Yeah. Oh, I think, you know what? I think that is the case. Let me look on the rules. Let's see. Following. Stages.pre. Yeah, a pipeline won't be created if it only contains jobs in .pre or .post stages.
Okay. So yeah, so if this is a normal pipeline,
we'd have different stages. Yeah.
Yeah. So since it's just a test of a plugin.
Yeah. But I want my pre to run regardless of how many stages.
All right, so we're going to be optimistic that this is going to run, but just to explain what we did here. So now this particular file is functioning as an includable plugin for anywhere in my system. Now, in my GitLab CI YAML, I've included it in a way that I could be anywhere on gitlab.com, and this would pull it in, even though it's in the same folder. I don't technically have to do this.
Good practice, though.
Yeah, just as a method of demonstration, it shows you what to do. And then, of course, you normally... Now, the other thing, too, is I could have, you know, another job that's lints and runs a linter again. So linting it 2, linting it 3, if that made sense. Or if I had a multi-repo setup, it's cascading, I could be calling it. So now you can, when you do it this way, you can both call it as code that's managed somewhere else, but you can also call it as many times as you want in the same GitLab CI YAML without repeating the code. So that's really cool as well. And you can also use this within the same file. So using a dotted job name and then an extends can be done in the same file. It doesn't have to be separate files, just in case. And
great success.
You know what else?
Oh, no, yeah.
Jefferson, you want to can you throw a tag on the repo real quick from your side? Just create like a v0.1 version tag.
On my branch or on yours? On the master?
Yeah, on master.
Pull that up.
And then what I'll do is I'll also demonstrate the ref because I think that's a pretty cool thing. And just make sure we have the same. I guess maybe 0.010 like that.
Version 0.1.0.
Yeah. And I'm checking why we.
So, yeah, that's a good question. So for a new tag, so I'm in the UI, I'm creating a new tag. I add the master. Do you want me to add a message? I can use the linter name, I guess. The huge super linter. I'm gonna do that just for you.
So you found that it was not the LS is out now, but when the LS is in, you didn't see any artifact files. Right? I
didn't see any artifact output. Yeah. So let me know if the tag, if that looks
kind of not very super. I mean, there should be. So just so everyone knows, if there was a JUnit artifact, we could upload that into JUnit, and in the testing panel of merge requests or pipelines, you'd be able to see that tests, and it tells you which ones failed, which ones succeeded. And then if there was an artifact that we could mold into being the same as the code quality artifacts that GitLab normally uses, we could also upload that into those panels. All right, do we have a tag? Should I give it a rip?
Oh, I put the tag in the UI. Is that not where you wanted it?
No, that's fine. That's where you created it, you mean?
Yes, yeah. So if you go to repository and then tags.
So now I'm going to stick to this tag, or peg to this version tag. So this would be kind of like the best practice if you are doing plugins like this. Peg to v0.1.0.
I'm going to look to see if I can find any artifact output or something. You got counters, you got functions.
So are you in the old job that that we
Oh yeah, I went through the pipeline. I didn't see anything on the LS as an output at all, but I'm looking through the code now, the linter script, to see if there's any sort of output that's being sent somewhere that maybe I just don't know about.
We got too many jobs here for me to remember which one had that.
I need you to ref tag your jobs. I don't know what's going on.
Also, that's a cool trick in a lot of cases is if you're running in an environment you can't actually get a console into, to list all your environment variables or list all the files right into the log so you can catch it in CI. Also in GitLab CI, if you set it up, if you have your own custom runners, you can set it up so that you can indeed do a terminal session right into the runner. Now, in the case of containers, that's a little hard to get in there before they get terminated, but if you have shell runners, you can.
Yeah, nothing's bouncing out at me here. So interesting.
Okay, so with the tagging reference, everything ran. So this is just
Sweet.
to update this example to show that, if you're doing some sort of plugin structure like this, you should probably be version pegging anytime you move out of pre-production, or actually anytime you move out of dev into your next environment. That's when you should at the very latest version peg so that you can make sure that your version's safe for all subsequent testing. And I guess that about wraps it as far as creating a plugin. I'm going to add the repeat to this later.
Yeah. No, we did it.
Hard and painful, and we're a half hour over. We're either going to have to start doing this every week if it's just going to be an hour, or do it 2 hours every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, I think. No, this was fun. I think we'll see what next week brings. But I enjoy making these little plugins, especially when customers ask for them. If we can do it, let's do it.
I'm also interested in maybe doing some more in the future where we convert from other CI systems as well, like maybe Amazon Code will show how to bring one of those over.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
GitHub Actions, just so people can see that, especially on these containerized ones, it's actually pretty fluid to bring them in.
Yeah, this was one of the simpler ones for sure. We didn't make it look easy, but it was one of the simpler ones.
Hey,
oh man, look at you! You got a Tanuki mat, or is that Tanuki? Is that what you would call that?
Actually, it's called the Kitsune mask, and it is a Tanuki, so it is Japanese. So I don't know if people know, but our symbol is a Tanuki for GitLab, and a Tanuki is what a Japanese raccoon dog. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a fox, but kind of not, I guess.
Tribal, family, packed animal kind of thing.
Yeah, and these are, I guess nowadays they use these for fun, like they're actually used. It's not necessarily religious or ceremonial, unless it probably has that kind of roots. But when I looked it up, I got me a Kitsune, the Tanuki mask, man.
I think for every Mission Impossible code now, that's what you should be wearing the whole time. It's just a mask.
The whole time.
The whole time.
Here. No, it's not that. I think you should get one, or maybe we should start.
I'll wear one.
We can find the coolest one.
Okay. No, I'm all about that. I will get one for next week.
But don't buy like a $500 handmade one.
No,
right?
I'm not crazy. Yeah. not insane here. No, it's really cool mask though.
Hey, it's been cool live coding with you, man.
You too. Until next time.
See everybody next time.
All right.